How is queering being applied to the Bible itself? Can you cite an example or two as to how that is being applied to the Bible?
Well, absolutely. So I give this one example that John the Baptist, there is this woman who's apparently becoming a religious sister, and she talked about applying a queer lens to today's gospel. And she said that we might say, quote, we might say that the mission of John the Baptist is inherently queer, end quote. She wrote this for a group called New Ways Ministry, which is sort of inside Catholic baseball, but it's, it's like Catholics for choice, but for sexuality, like it's not really Catholic. And I make this point in my Washington Examiner article that, well, John the Baptist lost his head because he told the king that he was wrong to commit sexual sins. So I don't think he would really have been an LGBT warrior, right? There was another scholar, I wrote about this for the collegefix.com, who wanted to queer the incarnation. And you listen to these people, and they don't really have any way of like proving, of course, that any of these people or these events can be tied to homosexuality. They just sort of say queering and throw out all this like gobbledygook, and that's what modern day gender studies scholarship really amounts to.
For those who are pushing this queering studying, what do they hope to gain out of it, Matt? What is their end goal here?
Well, the actual prevalence of LGBT identification has always been historically low. So if I just had to hazard a guess, the idea is to make it seem more common that people are confused about their gender, or that they're bisexual, or that they are same-sex attracted. That would be one sort of guess I could take. The other thing we could talk about is it's a social science, right? So even as someone who studied political science, it's not really like a hard science. So if you can just kind of put these ideas out there and they live on, unfortunately, in academia, then they get into the schools, which we see. And just like anyone wants to push their ideology, this is a way to give it a veneer of academic credibility.